I had the honor of mentoring this group, and I think I got as much out of the group as anyone here did.
Volunteering to be a mentor was a challenge for me, and I think the biggest challenge was a lack of confidence and not being sure how much I had to offer, but also being in the role of being responsible for keeping this going, keeping it on track, kind of creating the structure around it. And I had a co-mentor, which was great, but it was a stretch project for me. And as a result of that, I definitely feel increased confidence, and I definitely feel like I have a lot to offer. And I also see areas that I want to continue to grow.
I think that it's such a give and take relationship. You hear this over and over again, but it's very true. What we can offer might have been an example of a question that Denise and I could lend experience of how we might have handled that in a previous situation, or what we think, might be a better way to go about it or something. But similarly, coaching younger folks into the workforce and the way things operate today than maybe they did in the past can also teach us, and has certainly taught me a few things to think about going forward.
You don't have a lot of time to stop and reflect and think about how you've developed personally, and some of the questions that came up, we did talk a lot about emotional intelligence. I kind of overcame in the course of my career, and it made me kind of stop and think about how and why, and also kind of made me a little more sensitive to some of the people I work with now and how I might be able to help them or relate to them better.
So teachers know how to present information to their students, to their group of people that they share their knowledge. There are people who are very high on knowledge, and they cannot present that and teach the audience, right? So that is kind of very challenging. Not everybody can do that. And having 6 mentees in the group, you kind of learn how to present maybe the same information and share the knowledge, but differently.
I'm a take charge kind of person, so for me to sit back and just let her, take the reins was quite interesting for me. And I think she did a great job. I would have, maybe done things a little differently, but it was interesting for me to learn how to just, be there for her if she needed something, and not, push the way that I do it, on her, and let her do it. So that was pretty cool for me to learn that.
I found in my career and in the organization I was with for a long time, they really didn't have a good mentoring program or opportunity. And sometimes you just wanted to ask someone, geez, how do I do that? But who do you go to, So it's nice to have the opportunity to exchange without having it be your direct report, and your performance plan and everything is so structured and so serious. Here you could have a more, relaxed sharing of information and helping people grow without it being so rigid of, your goals and just that whole corporate formal structure, which really sometimes can be kind of burdensome.
If you give women a chance to solve the problem, they will solve the problem. So as a mentor, they put the question out, I repeat the question back, and I sit. And they start to answer the question and help each other solve the problem. And in seeing people come forward with solutions, you can literally see their confidence blossom, and they start solving each other's problems. And now they can do that everywhere with everybody and anybody they work with.
When you ask yourself a question, or tell yourself, you don't have record of failure, I only have record of success, it's much easier to open the door, to prepare that presentation, to speak up, and to make your next step.